Good morning. Today is Tuesday, August the 25th, year of our Lord 2026, and welcome to the Daily Word. August the 25th. Today's my brother's birthday. I have to call him. He'll be 69 today. Wow. Let me make sure I call him. August 25th. This morning I'm coming to you from the book of Joshua. Joshua chapter 8, verses 30 to 35. 30 to 35. And this is a book of instruction. After Moses passed away, he left the helm to Joshua. Now, God spoke to Moses and gave him the book of instruction, the book of law, gave him what we read today as the Old Testament, most of the Old Testament in the Bible. Those are the first few books of the Bible, Genesis and Exodus, when he left Egypt, and Leviticus, the law, and Deuteronomy. So Joshua is reading all this to the people, and that's what I'm going to read for you today. And that's nothing has changed, and that's what we should be doing today, making sure we read the Bible. That's God's instructions, a book of instruction. And I'm calling it the book of instruction because the Bible calls it the book of instruction. And there's a worldly acronym, and I never use worldly acronyms when it comes to the Bible stuff, but this one I love. And it says Bible, Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth. The Bible. So anyway, this is Joshua reading the book of instruction to all the people after he's in charge now, and they had their first victory, and God gave them the promised land. So let me read it. This is in Joshua chapter 8, verse 30 to 35. Then Joshua built an altar to the Lord, the God of Israel, on Mount Ebal. He followed the commands that Moses, the Lord's servant, had written in the book of instruction. Make me an altar from stones that are uncut and have not been shaped with iron tools. Then on the altar they presented burnt offerings and peace offerings to the Lord. And as the Israelites watched, Joshua copied onto the stones of the altar the instructions Moses had given them. Then all the Israelites, foreigners and native born alike, along with the elders, officers, judges, were divided into two groups. One group stood in front of Mount Gerizim and the other in front of Mount Ebal. Each group faced the other, and between them stood the Levitical priests carrying the Ark of the Lord's covenant. This was all done according to the commands that Moses, the servant of the Lord, had previously given for blessing the people of Israel. Joshua then read them all the blessings and curses Moses had written in the book of instruction. Every word of every command that Moses ever given